They provoking Canadians for conflict, and when people cannot stand it anymore, they say, "Oh, you're racist."
I have no idea what that was about. They say it's supposed to rain actually tomorrow and the next day, but it looks actually pretty good today, so I guess we'll see. And what's going on today? I guess I read this verse where apparently they're claiming a drone hit an airplane, or that's what they assume anyways. This one says, Envoy Umbre E-175 involved in Chicago area drone strike. An Envoy Air Umbre 175 reported striking a drone as it was departing Chicago O'Hare Airport this weekend. The flight departing at 18:20 on Sunday was passing through 2,500 feet when the pilots reported hitting something in the air. It safely returned to the airport and no passengers or crew were injured. So claim that they hit it during a takeoff, and it's kind of interesting. It says recordings of ATC communications show that another flight had alerted the controllers to a possible drone sighting, with the tower asking the Envoy pilots if they saw a drone on departure. The Envoy crew said they think they hit something, to which the tower requested they contact departure. The pilot did so, stating, "Departure Envoy 3961, we just hit something. I believe we hit a drone about 30 seconds ago. We'd like to return to O'Hare." I guess like most reports, this basically is an assumption that it's a drone, so nothing's been actually finalized. And with a lot of companies like Amazon apparently taking a step back with things like drone deliveries for whatever reason, some kind of, I guess, technical obstacle, maybe it's regulations. It seems like for one company though, it's still going forward, is Wing. Here it says, Logan, Australia, the drone delivery capital of the world. This September will mark our second anniversary in Logan, Australia, a neighbor of Brisbane with a population of 300,000, and it's been an unprecedented time in more ways than one. I guess they achieved a milestone of sort. It says Logan residents have ordered and received more than 50,000 deliveries directly to their homes by Wing delivery drones. Logan is one of the fastest growing cities in Australia, and this year we've invested there to expand to serve 19 suburbs with a combined population of more than 110,000 people. Are there literally drones flying there every single day doing stuff like this? Because it says Logan residents have responded, ordering thousands of drone deliveries on demand each week, and the city has laid a strong claim to be the drone delivery capital of the world. And they basically say at this rate, they'll be surpassing 100,000 customer deliveries in the next few days. It makes me wonder, how are people actually reacting to this in the actual area? For example, do people actually like it? I know initially, apparently there were complaints about the noise and so forth. And then this was really interesting. I've always read about this, but I never actually experienced this, which this would be a first, I guess. For example, during these times, you've read about things how various platforms, if they don't like, I guess, like a certain topic, then they would say potentially suppress it, kind of like that Facebook stuff, where at first they banned discussions about virus origins. They say, oh, it's basically untrue, but then afterwards, I guess they changed their mind, saying, okay, maybe there's some truth to it, and they allow people to talk about it. Well, this one on YouTube, apparently I got a notification just yesterday that apparently one of the videos were removed, by YouTube, and I was like, why? And according to them, it says here, YouTube doesn't allow claims about COVID-19 vaccinations that contradict expert consensus from the local health authorities or the World Health Organization. It's like, when did I ever make a video or something that did that, right? Now, in terms of which video this was, you guys might remember this because it was actually pretty recent. I first talked about how here there was someone that got charged for using a drone while hunting. The other topic was about the HIV mRNA that's basically going in human trials. And then afterwards, I talked about how the politics stuff here, I have to follow up with it. And one of the biggest divisions are things, for example, like whether or not the vaccines should be mandatory. Is that not true, for example? Like in the US, there was apparently some recommendations where after 8 months or so, they said they should take, I guess, another booster shot or something like that. How is that misinformation in any ways? That doesn't make any sense. And in context, actually, with what I said too, the whole point of mentioning that was more about why people are so, I guess, divided in terms of whether or not you should make it mandatory and so forth, because the information is so different everywhere. So that doesn't make sense, even in context of the conversation. That's kind of scary, isn't it? Where someone could essentially just say, here, fundamentally, I don't like this conversation you're having, so I'm going to shut it off. I personally think it's good where you approach something in a neutral manner and then I can learn from other people or vice versa. I mean, that's how I approach it usually. On the other end, it could be just someone with a itchy trigger finger, so to speak. Like they don't even really truly look at it, just see, oh, this or whatever and that, okay, whatever. It must be violence, misinformation, or whatever. So yeah, quickly get rid of it, because I've heard that happen before where people, for example, even if they're doing, let's say, a video, it's really comedic, but then someone sees it as, oh, it's violent, it's promoting violence, so then they ban it or something like that. Now, obviously, I don't have like resources or whatever to extremely push it, because I even read, for example, where even people in a high position, even they have trouble like sorting it out usually. But from what it looks like, they just said whatever, it's like the first time, just try not to do it again. Otherwise, something like they restrict you, like what, 1 week or something like that, like no posting and stuff. But that is weird, huh? What would you think? Or off the wall, would this be more along the lines of, I've just gotten to a position where there's somebody who really dislikes my opinions, I guess you could say, and so they're trying to go after me in different weird ways, which I would find kind of funny actually, considering the fact that I just do it for fun and all that. But yeah, I guess that's the little bits and pieces of that, in case you guys ever wonder what happened, for example, like in the future, if something weird like that happens again for whatever reason. Alright, see you guys later.